All right. Good morning. It is Monday after the Thanksgiving holiday here. Not quite into December. Let's make it a December to remember. Don't forget, trading is risky. All that good stuff. Let's go.
Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Oathroom.
All right. It's time to grab some coffee. I got to fix the resolution on that. We are moved over to a new machine in my office and 4K layout. Single center screen with 2 flanks. And I am thoroughly enjoying the new layout after, wow, 12 plus years of my old 6-screen grid. I thought I was going to have a hard time getting away from it. I was having some buyer's remorse for a couple of days, but I told myself I was going to give it a shot. And you know, there's a biblical principle of the 40 days of trial of anything, really. And the scripture tells us that if you seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, all these things will be added to you. And he says, in all your ways acknowledge him. So statement 1, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. There's an if then else statement there for those programmers here. And for myself. So the if statement is, if I acknowledge him in all my ways, then he will direct my path. But I first must acknowledge him in all of my ways. So how do I acknowledge him in even trials? Well, I attempt to, at least, by acknowledging that, listen, I don't know why God says that 40 days is the perfect day of trial. I'm sure he has a reason. He knows better than I do. So if I think, oh, I can try it for 7 days, okay. Well, that's my logic. But he says his ways are higher than our ways, so I'll just go with his way instead. And if he says 40, then, you know, who am I to argue? So I did tell myself I would give it about 40 days or so. And yeah, I totally got hooked into the new setup. And definitely enjoying it. So it'll take me a bit to continue again with the life schedule I've got with 4 kids, elderly, and happy wife, happy life, and all of that in between. Be patient with me as I transition over to the new layouts, and yeah, we'll be getting things going. So it's still a bit early. We are about an hour from the open, and I have been running through some backtests on some theories. So anytime you're doing backtests and optimization walk forward in the BOW methodology that I teach you guys, BOW is BOW, backtest, optimize, walk forward. That's what the BOW stands for, those of you guys who are new. Your younger brother. Oh no. Did he have a family of his own? How old was he? Yeah, sorry to hear that, bro. Oh man. Yeah, a lot of things into perspective. We do a lot of things every day, and then you realize how little time we have here on Earth. It's a gift for us to have. It's also a test. At least my theory from the conclusions that I have drawn from biblical perspectives and studying life, my conclusion is it is a test and an opportunity for us to gain treasures in heaven, which is eternal, because life here on earth is short. It could be 50 years. It could be 80 years. I think average life expectancy now in the United States is it 85 or 87 years old? In perspective of eternity, it's not very long. Yeah, if you guys want to hear or see my opinion on that, I've done 2 sermons on my old YouTube channel. You guys go check that out. Okay, we just got a green here. Unfortunately, you know what? That reminds me. Let me make a quick call here. All right. So let's see. Don't have a read on Ultimate here. Just talked to Curtis, and he's getting that started up for me here. We are getting that transitioned over to a cloud-based service, so that shouldn't be an issue in the future, near future. What's up, Nino? So what was I going to talk about? Particularly with our backtest. So I've been running over single months, but I'd like to get some feedback from you guys here at about 9 a.m. I want to kick off another. Actually, we'll do it at 8:30 because we're still early here. So in about 12 minutes or so, I'd like to kick off another one. I've got one finishing out here, and I'd like you guys to pick a random month, and I'm going to run some backtests. The first set, I would like to run it within 2022, so keep it within this year, and then we're going to start moving backwards, and I'm going to do this over the last 3 years. of time once I've got this kind of scoped in. Current theory running is 30 tick targets, 23 tick stops on the Nasdaq. You got an idea there, June? You got a good one? All right. We'll run a June, and this was for the last week on some of these settings. This was for the last month through the 24th. This is before Thanksgiving. 1 month, 2 contracts, no adjustments to size, meaning this is beatable by Cyborg, but by itself, now mind you, it's been super high volatility lately, so I think we've had more opportunities there. 62,000, 47%, profit factor 1.12. The time of day. Okay, so it wasn't like this just cranked out a whole bunch in the after hours, but you guys should know the drill by now if you haven't been with us or seen me talk this through. So what do we want to do? We want to narrow this down into space. So here is, this is 6 a.m., here's 9 a.m. So somewhere in here, you probably want to cut off even this left-hand side and the right, and it's looking pretty good. We've got this one little blip here, and let's see if it lands at the 10:30. No, it's not quite 10:30. That's actually right at the noon hour, right in the middle of the day. No surprise there, but the drawdown is tolerable. Day of week, that's pre-market. There's trade over trade if we smooth it out by day.
Speed up NQ55.
That's actually kind of chunky. Few lost days in there. Kind of clumps together. There's a 1 and 2. Oh no, they weren't back to back. There's one win day. So one lose day, win day, lost day, then pow 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 back up. Lose day, win day, lose day, lose day. So there's 2 loser days in a row there on the 24th. A tolerable equity curve, I would say. Okay, so I do want to narrow this down to I'm going to start it at 9 a.m. Actually, I'm going to do it to 8 and see if we can cut out the 8 a.m. hour or not. 2 contracts only, no adjustments to size. And we're going to go to 4 p.m. Actually, I don't, these are entry times. So we're going to do this to 3:30 p.m. and we're going to go ahead and run that. And then I'm going to go ahead and kick off one for that June. That's a good thought. We'll run it on June as well. So you're talking about switching instruments right now, Kent? The short answer is no. I'm not running it through other instruments right now. I would need to run through a whole bow before that. And then get tuned in for that. Right now I'm specific to Nasdaq because I've got it tuned into the 30-23 theory. I would need a new series of targetings for all of that. And it would take me some time to do that. Oh, we just went off chart here. Okay, we've got a green alpha omega down here. Still waiting on Mac VU to come online. Okay, we're going to let that one run. And so here's some tips if anybody's running these. You can right click and duplicate in new window. So now all those settings, if you don't want to have to adjust all the settings, that's the easiest way that I know of to do that quickly. So now all of my settings are already there that I've just modified. So I'm not sure why this setting doesn't get checked. Their on-off does not go with that. Okay, so first I'm going to go ahead and run with adjustable settings. You said June. Let's do the month of June. June 1st through June 30th. Let's see how the Enigma does right in the middle of the summer. You want to include commissions? Yes. And we're not even adjusting for confluence, leaving it at its lowest, which is significant. It's just I have put it in so that we can make it even higher. And okay, here goes a June run. So when we're doing this, let's watch the CPU spike. So a couple of these are going to go up to 100% usage there as that's running. This looks like CPU 4 and CPU 16. Getting the majority of the work there on that. Okay, let me refresh MacV Ultimate here, see if it's me. No, okay. Curtis is looking into that for me already. Okay, so how about alpha omega settings? These are, you notice this alpha omega pretty much called a nice little pivot turn bottom here. Let's go into the settings here for this. This is again one of those that's way more effective down on the absolute lowest time frames. You guys want to copy my settings? Here's what I have put in. I adjusted this over the weekend. So right here, I do have global horizontals and verticals turned on. Number of horizontals going back. I'm not interested in things too far back. You may want, this is one of the only ones you may want to do more of. If you want to do maybe 10, maybe 20. The default out of the box is 50, which is basically going to show you everything for a significant period of time backwards. And if you're trying to do backtesting, you may want to increase that. But since I'm doing this in real time, I really only want the most recent information showing up for me. Because again, I'm trying to... some people don't really understand what we're doing here. We're trying to capture things intraday. We are capturing things when things come out of balance, when we've got an opportunity, the market drops a bag, we're picking it up. We're not trying to, capture the entire pie. We are trying to catch pieces out of the middle. We'll go over that a little bit more later. But here are the swing strengths. I'm sorry, I just said swing strength. I'm so used to saying swing strength. This is not a swing strength threshold. This is simply a multiplier threshold. Low and high. So what is this? You will see a color change on the high. So what we've done the same way for our dots, pink and blue is our association for the highest levels of something showing up on your chart. So a pink or a blue would indicate a high strength threshold there. And if you see a 20, I'm just going to say you almost always, you will see almost a certain pivot point turn. I put this slightly lower than that because I have seen about an 18.5 that had a significant turning point. So this is specifically on the Nasdaq. You will need to fine tune this for other instruments. If I'll show you guys in a whole separate video on how you can do that. Basically, you have to play with it. These are one of the few items in our toolbox where you need to play with this. This is optimizable on your own to basically play with this setting and adjust accordingly. I would say find a major pivot point on your chart and then look to see what the most the nearest alpha omega was around that, and then basically mark that as your high or your low, depending on if you want that to be significant color or not. If you don't want color changes, then make this value very high, and then just set this to a high. Like if you only want highs, then put this up to 18 right here, and then set this up to something stupid like 50. You can do that as well. Any questions around that, pop them to me. I think I've covered some of that, but I am pre-coffee right now. I need to grab a coffee so I can be full awake here. And feeling a little tired here this morning, but it's a Monday. And pre-coffee, it's all good. Let's refresh, see where we're at here. Okay, so full autos. Did I fix this earlier? Oh, I did not re-enable it. That's why. I knew I was in the middle of something. Okay, enabling this one. Slight difference in targeting on these two, and I am testing two theories of targets. I do believe that the best one is still going to be 30-23, but I'm not 100% on that yet. That's what we're trying to solve. This is the big problem that we're trying to solve, is how do I get something that's not curve fit for a specific market type, and something that can generically work well across all market conditions. And that's my approach to full auto. I don't know that that's everybody's approach to full auto, but that's what I have found the majority of my success in, is trying to catch a fat piece out of the center, not trying to catch the whole thing. You end up curve fitting there, and if you study anything in full auto algorithmic trading, that you have to be aware of curve fitting. You don't want to overfit. Okay, there's a double cross. I'm going to go ahead and take a play on that. These are the two things that I am playing here for my cyborg, is double cross, double moves. And enigmas. What's our time? 8:33. Oh, yikes. Okay, we just got, and still don't know what MACV Ultimate's telling me.
Target filled.
All right.
Speed up in Q58.
First gold line target hit. And I'll go over how that was chosen here in just a moment. This is getting a little bit quick here. We've just increased speed. The BPM is now 58. Yeah, it's offline. I talked to Curtis. He's working on it. Okay, got our gold line target up above. You remove this one for clarity. Gold line up there in the dashed gold line there. Pretty close to my point of entry there. I'm going to move my stop up behind the back of the cross. This is snapping around, so I may not be quick enough to press the close button. The only time you will see me adjust my stops is when the market is moving so snappy that I feel like I may miss the opportunity to press the close button. Blizzard said, "Sup bro, first time, is this your own trading platform you're running?" This is built on top of NinjaTrader, but it is the world's #1 algorithmic trading platform in the world for retail traders. And that was custom coded by me and my team, yes. And you are more than welcome to try it out. We have a free trade room. We're also the largest futures trade room in the world. And technically also the world's largest algorithmic trading platform that I'm aware of as far as trade rooms in the world as well. You want to find out why? Go check it out. Welcome aboard. Okay, cross right here. Got my finger over the close. You guys know the drill. Closing it. Okay. Why did I just close that? Pop quiz for all of my members. Why did I just close out that trade there at the cross? This is a very good one. Somebody mark the timestamp. Let's see. Timestamp in the video. I don't know how to do that here on the live stream, but that is going to be a great example to go over later. Did not touch the final gold line spot. Couple of things. Yes, possible reversal, close half the position or the whole thing, and I had multiple entries. Let's start with this one from the beginning. So, great training opportunity right here. So, we had that double cross show up. Boom, we need to draw a measurement. Well, where's the first pivot? The first pivot that's obvious is right there, but what do I tell you? Be careful of crosses, right? Where's the previous cross? So, what do? Do I pick one or the other? No, I draw them both, right? So for myself, I'm going to press F8. I'm going to grab my, whoops, oh, F8 didn't work there. Oh, NinjaTrader just locked up on me. Don't crash. There we go. All right, Control R here, remove drawing objects. I've got two 2 of those back tests just finished, so we'll see that here in just a moment. That's why it was freezing up here. All right, so F8 from the bottom of the pivot to the center of the double crosses. Now, you might have seen me in my video. I think in the video I told you to do the closest one. That's for safety, okay? Technically, it's up to you. If you would like to do this, you can actually tell, look where that gold line hit, right? The gold line actually hit right there. So if you want to go, off of my original video, I think it's the safest targeting is the closest cross, but what you'll see me oftentimes do is I like to measure right in the center of those and give myself a little extra oomph, because oftentimes we will get farther than that, and I like to use the gold lines for reversal opportunities as well. Again, we are playing with horseshoes and hand grenades here. Nothing is exact science, nothing is exact math. Anybody who tells you that it is it's unfortunately they're not a good student of the markets, or they have been classically trained improperly. So we are making estimations, best estimations. So let's remove this one here. So we know that one. That one's easy because that's pivot to center. But what about this cross right here? So this is how I got my other target. I press F8, same thing. We'll go from the previous cross to that one, and that's how I was able to easily get that first target off right there at this gold line. Second gold line is up here, but why did I close it right here? Mr. Schwartz, I think, was the first one I saw that answered that correctly, was if a cross shows up very close, like if we're approaching that gold line, all of a sudden you get, remember, what does a cross represent? We got a flow master event that came in right there. This is significant action right here. This is significant relative to the current time. I mean, again, right now it's 8:30 a.m., so even something smaller could be significant, but if a cross shows up, just know that is a piece of information that you need to take into account. I close out the position, and a few targets there. I think I did 4. I think that was a 4 contract scenario there. It might have been 6. Okay. You like the center measurements sometimes from the target if I hesitate to the goal line. Yeah, it gives you some flexibility. This is the beautiful thing about why I say that Cyborg is still better. Cyborg is the combination of human and machine. A lot of people think that full auto is everything and letting some computer do all the trading for you. Look at that one. If that had been religiously taken or mathematically formulated for the measurement of F8 from here to the center, would a bot have closed out right there? Like, it's sitting there holding out for its target, and now it missed the whole thing, right? We're right back to point of entry. But we can make adjustments. Humans can make, but maybe necessarily machines may not. Let's see, like the center. Yeah, it's good thoughts there, Mr. Trujillo. Yeah, missed it by a hair. Okay, so we got some stats back. Let's take a peek. So this is our June. Who was asking for June? Was that Silo? Silo was asking for a June run. So in June, it did 24,000 as its estimate, and I would expect it to have been down from what we did recently, because where did that one go? 10.4. Here we go. So high volatility environments. Remember how I told you guys VIX up, ticks up? Look at the difference. Just straight numbers. 49,000 versus 24,000. Low volatility, high volatility. VIX up, ticks up, right? So we know we had more trade opportunities in the October, November. No surprise, right? Summertime. But is it good? Sure. Let's make sure you didn't have any massive drawdowns somewhere in there. That's okay. We got the right direction here. There were days of loss in there, and let's look at the trades. Okay, pretty spiky. You'll see that a lot. That's good. Series of losers. Remember I told you guys I call it the death roll. What's the death roll? The death roll is the max number of losers in a row, and making certain that that max number of losers in a row is not large enough to, it's beyond your risk tolerance, to use proper terminologies for those, but I like to just say so it doesn't blow out your account. I'm just a straight shooter. If you guys like straight shooters, this might be the place for you. Make sure you smash that like button for me. How many people we got here? We got 55. How many likes we got? We got enough likes to match up? We got 55 likes on there. I hope so. And make sure you enable the bell notifications. If you're subscribed already, some people don't know you need to click on the bell next to the subscribe button. Go ahead and do that now. Check yours and make sure that you've selected the bell, and make sure it's dark. Make sure that it's darkened, because otherwise they will only give you, YouTube will procure them for you. But if you want all notifications, you'll need to click that bell and select all notifications so that you know when we go live or if I'm doing a training, etc. Okay, so that looks pretty good for June. I'm going to save that one. So here's what I do also. So NinjaTrader won't let you just store all these. So what you need to do is then go through and take screenshots and then save them to folders. So I'm collecting a folder on my desktop, not my desktop, but you know, on my PC. Awesome. Thanks everybody. And then let's look at this one here real quick. Okay. Oh, we also made an adjustment. That's what it was. I was like, the numbers were larger earlier, but that's because we cut out all of the non-major trading hours. So now this was cut into 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So it did not significantly draw down. This is not significantly different. It is lower, yes, but after hours you're going to get more slippage. I did not take into account major slippage. You'll notice that I've got slippage right now set to 0. You can simulate slippage. So one of these, when I get this all fine-tuned and I get what I feel like are my best settings going forward, I will rerun a final one where slippage is a 1 or a 2. So that means 1 or 2 ticks of slippage right here that you can actually run through on a backtest to make certain that there's not just some, massively significant difference between that. If there is, then that means you've curve fit and you need to go and make another adjustment. Okay, so I'm liking those. Who's got another suggestion? What month do we want to run next? February, all right, I like it. I have run a January before, and this would be good to have a February. I have not run a February yet. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Silo, and that's the main thing is to know when there was. If you guys can think of a time when you felt a significant shift in the market, and I literally just say felt, right? Because do you remember a time this year, or maybe you struggled during a certain time of the year? Let's check to make certain that there's not something in that time frame that is going to blow up your system. And we definitely want to do that. All right, so let's do a new strategy analyzer, because I don't want the others to go away there. So let's grab Enigma. And let's go ahead and go to our 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. We want filtering on. We're going to do a 2 contract No size adjustment. Nasdaq. And we're going to go to February. Shorter month. Now, one thing you can also do is save templates. So I'm going to go to here at the bottom and I'm going to template save, and I'm going to give this template a name. So I'm still running a 3023, and this is going to be, I've got a 1 month Feb, and this is going to be 8-3. And all right, let's let her run there. All right, so it looks like Curtis is still working on MacV Ultimate. Is Discord being ornery, CG? Okay, we recently had a pink level printed. You see this color here over on the right? This is pink, which means that it's going to be a significant level. Let's see what's going to come in there. All right, so we've got a green Enigma, but I've got a conflict. I've got a red and a green. But MacV filter, according to the code, is long. So we should be looking for a long here. I'm going to skip on this one. Had too much thinking there on it. But we do have a long opportunity here at 11,710. Stop at 11,708 and a halfs. I feel a significant shift in my pants when I see nothing. You guys crack me up. Oh, was that the Russia-Ukraine war area? Was that February? Yes. We'll see if that impacted what our system would do there. Someone asked earlier. I don't think I finished that question before we got into a trade. Someone had asked, is Enigma replacing AlgoBox? No. So Enigma is a combination of what's already inside of AlgoBox. Well, majority. Oh, we got a secondary. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot here. We got 2 green Enigmas right here. I'm going to adjust my stop 708s. And again, I will mostly be doing this by hand. I will have the finger over the close on the position like this. Ideal entry is there at 11,710. Okay, we come down to that significant level there. That is an alpha omega point. Pink means it's very large. That is a very significant level. And it looks like it's going to reverse off of it. Okay. So stopped out on that one. Okay, retry as we come back through. 2 try rule, stop below the pivot. Pretty standard operating procedure there. And +1 in size, I was 4, going to 6. Okay, below the enigmas, so not working out for the second try. Again, 2 try rule, 2 were good, 3 is a no-go. Carlos, we're live, bro. That's a silly question, Carlos. I hope you stay around a little bit and get a little bit educated. If you don't know what a backtest is, yikes. Chutney, then don't buy it. I mean, then literally don't buy it. If you think this is a small organization or a small company and you think this is a mom and pop shop, then don't buy it, bro. You are a low IQ individual. Do me a favor and buzz off. I am running automated backtests right now while I'm also in live markets. I'm multitasking. Okay, I'm going to close this position out. Coming back to my point of entry, this is... So to address the people who ask things like, well, what happens if you're not around anymore? You literally bought a piece of software. You literally bought a piece of software. And you're like, what if you're not around anymore, Vinny? Well, I mean, are you like, don't you answer your own question? I don't understand the logic of some people. Again, I really think that you're just not intelligent if you think that, oh, you buy a piece of software and then the software disappears. It's extremely dumb. Honestly, I don't think you should trade. I would just put it like that. You probably go and pay a guru though, right? Some guru. Oh, I'll follow this trade. Then the guru's like not around. Like literally, you depend on the guru. You don't need me for the system. And you're like, oh, what happens if you're not here? When the software's going to disappear, my video's going to disappear. I mean, you should really think about that. Favorite month of the year? Oh, I don't know. Anything that had high volatility? Yeah, and there's more owners to my company. I mean, look, it's like asking if a company's going to disappear. Are you saying that this company has no value? I've literally been offered $10 million for this company. I've been offered $100 million for this company. I've turned both of them down. You don't think somebody's going to purchase it? Makes no sense. I don't always do anything, Vic. $101 mil. Yes. I mean, you're. I don't even know how to answer these questions. Like, they're. What happens if you're not here, Vinny? I don't know. Somebody else answer the question. What happens if I'm not here? What, you think your software's going to stop working tomorrow? I literally don't understand the logic. You think a company like this is not just a mom and pop shop? I don't know. Like, you think this has not been corporatized? We're literally the #1 largest algorithmic trading platform in the world. Again, this is what I mean by, like, sometimes it's crazy. I do what every other organization, in my opinion, should do. Go out there and showcase it. Get the guy who created it to go out there and showcase it and do it. And I actually come out here and do it, and then I'm questioned more than any other person on the planet. It cracks me up. You guys will go out and buy ICT bullshit all day long, and when somebody comes out and shows it right in front of your face, you're like, oh, what happens if you're not here? Like, I can't even, I don't even understand, man. Y'all are nuts. I can't understand it. All right, let's see, we got. Good. Well, good. As far as, like, what would happen, you want me to talk about the morbid realities of, let's say that I'm not here. Well, I have 4 children, a wife, I've got family members, I've got Curtis G, who has family, who is also partial owner. We have other people working with us. This is a corporate entity. This is not just some guy out here selling a piece of software from his garage, even though I joke all the time, like, the best companies started in garages. Amazon started in a garage. Google started in a garage. Microsoft started in a garage. But this did not start in a garage. So maybe it's bad. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, Apple started in a garage. But since this didn't start in a garage, maybe you have a point. I had already done quite well for myself. So didn't have to do it in a garage. Had spare bedrooms to build it out in. So look, it would probably go like this. Like, even if my family did not want it, I don't know, if there was some sentimental value that, I don't know, Vinny gets hit by a bus, okay? So that's the question you're asking. What happens if you're dead, Vinny? Wow, it's a great fucking question. So, I'm assuming someone would go, well, how do we get access to the servers? I'm sure that they would approach some of my family members and they would gain access to my stuff. And that, it's weird. Like, do I have to really talk through these scenarios? It's so stupid. Someone would buy the fucking company. Someone would buy the fucking company. How about that? Whether they let you stay in it or not, I don't know. They probably think you're an asshole and they'll probably cut you off. I don't know. But if anybody's going to be more of an asshole than me, that probably doesn't exist. So I'm going to go with, I I think anybody who purchased the company would probably do even a better job than I did. How about that's my best offer for that. I don't know what company would buy something that didn't honor lifetime access to something, but sure. ICT couldn't afford me. Y'all still don't understand. I already showed where he lives. The guy lives in a dump. He just bought a $2 million house. So what? That's with y'all's money because you're all stupid. You buy his stuff instead of significant valued software. But you don't go ask him what's going to happen, you know, to ICT content when he dies. Y'all are going to be like, oh, I can just watch your videos on YouTube. Meanwhile, Vinny has 1.5 year track records, shows it to you live, shows it in front of you. You get to see winners, losers, everything in between. You're like, oh, what if you're not here? What am I going to do? What if you die poor? How about I ask you that question? Because it's probably going to happen. You are probably going to die poor. What about that? Does that matter? Does it matter in the scope of things? No. If you bought Lifetime from me and you bought it right now, $44.97. If you do not think that the system would pay for itself before I die, I mean, I don't know what to... I can't obviously guarantee that you could make any money with the system. You may completely not be able to absorb information or learn, and you may not have what it takes to be a trader. I really don't know. Every individual is different. I could not tell you if you will succeed or not with it, but if you do not think that the software could help you, then why would you be here to begin with? Don't worry about it. But if you think that it could help you to gain more than $4,400, which I don't know, you should probably go and watch the numbers. I would say that it would probably pay for itself. Your worst case scenario is you're asking if you throw away $4,400. I mean, like, let's say absolute worst case scenario, everything just disappears. Some hedge fund comes, buys the company out, and goes, we're not going to honor any of the stuff that he's honored before. Okay. And so you spent $4,400 to learn and have an awesome system for whatever period of time. Did you make any money with it during that time? Thank you, Curtis. All right. I see it. We are neutral. DCDM. I am grabbing this one short. DCDM. F8. Cross to cross first. Pivot to out for my longer one. Pow, pow. There we go. And move this one out to gold line. Okay, popping back behind the crosses here, finger over the close. I got a little bit too heavy on that. Don't know why I went 6 instead of 4. Probably because I'm all riled up listening to people ask what happens if I die. I don't know if I'm going to buy the system. You might die. You might die one day. Well, I can guarantee you I'll die one day. Your worry is that you make $20K a month and then suddenly everything stops working. Listen to this cockbag. Listen to me, fuckface. I'm not going to sell you my system. You know what? I'm not going to give you my system. You're like, you're going to spend $4,400 on me, and you make $20K multiple months in a row, and then, oh, one day that stops because the software is not there, so you're not going to go in. Bro, you are stupid. You are literally too stupid to be here. Literally too stupid to be here. Do me a favor. Go away. But what if I make $20K a month for multiple months, and then somebody takes it away from me? Why? Fucking go away. Go get a job. J-O-B, bro. Walmart is there waiting for you. They've got a job for you. You can make me a sandwich. I love Subway. Make me a fucking sandwich, bro. Make me a fucking sandwich. Go get a job. Alright, well, I'm not traveling to India for a sandwich. Alright, I wasn't even paying attention to that trade there, but that's clearly Clearly got wrecked on that play. This is why I can't. I really should not live stream and talk to people. Like, y'all are fucking nuts. Okay, so the proper stop out behind that would have been behind the crosses right there. Second cross shows up. Yeah, I probably would have added that position right there, but we're in neutral spot right there. But still, took way too much drawdown on that one. That was not a great play. 2-try rule. I'm going to press F8 right here. F6, I'm sorry. All right, 2-try rule. If we were to bust back through that, and if we were on red side, I played that in a neutral zone. No surprise. I want a $5 foot long. I'm down for one of those right about now. It reminds me that I still haven't had my coffee yet. I'm definitely going to have to grab one here. 9:10. We are about 20 minutes till the open. What I will do is at 9:30 there's going to be a 5-minute window there to sit on hands, and I'll grab my coffee then. Excuse me. $44.97 is more than 1 year of your wage? No, I'm being honest. Is that true? Carlos, you could do it on MT4, but I don't know why you would want to do that. If you were charting on NinjaTrader and AlgoBox and then executing on a DOM on MetaTrader 4, you could technically do that. I just don't know why you'd want to do that. It's more than 1 year of your wage? What, $44.90? I'm asking, like, are you saying that $44.97? You're saying $4,497 is more than 1 year of your wage? Trading is definitely not for everybody, man, and I'm definitely not telling you that you should. Okay, well, we have a helping hands program for that. I mean, you can get 1 full year of our system for $17.76. There's 143 spots for that, and they're not all filled, so you may as well do $17.76 then and get a year of it. And then if you are good at it, then you can maybe buy lifetime later. There's another suggestion for you. That's on the pricing page at the top. It says, if you can't afford this system, click on this link. I try to be, man. I'm just not in a good mood today. Somebody told me to go listen to ICT shit for 2.5 hours over the weekend, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, are you kidding me? Saying if I don't have a software because I only trade MT4, could I join in with your trades on there? That'd be a good idea to do so. I don't know what the delay is. So I don't know if that would be a great idea or not if you didn't have the software. But the market's pretty slow right now, so if I were to take a trade right now, it probably wouldn't be a problem. But this is really too slow to be trading. I really want this to be over 100 on speed. Okay, I'm going to take a shot right here on a red Enigma. Last one I'd put in was 6, so we're going to go significantly larger. We are at a red. I'm concerned that we still have our pink line of attraction up here. It would be better if we had touched this pink again. But let's see if we get a dropout or not. But in general, everything should be, you know, trade at your own risk. Trading is risky. Most traders lose money. Close. All right. You're saying MT4 indexes have 4 to 5 tick difference? It wouldn't be the same. Why would the software matter? This is what I mean by, like, there's so much lack of education around futures. Futures markets are a centralized exchange. I mean, unless you're talking about a different instrument. If you're saying you're trading on a CFD or you're trading on, I don't know, different type of instrument, MT4 has nothing to do with it. MT4 is just software. Okay, to Forex, yes, that would be different. Yeah, if you're talking about the bid-ask spread, yes. In fact, that's what these two little lines are right here. So there's two little tiny ones. I added those onto my chart over the weekend because, like, I took a trade this morning and there was I slipped. It looked like I slipped 4 ticks, and it's because there was a gap between the bid and the ask, and I was like, oh, I didn't see what that was. You know, I want to trade when they're, see how they're nice and tight like that. I really want to be taking a trade when those are nice and tight. And I should have 2-try ruled on that, but I'm over here gabbing. I don't know that's going to be a good idea for me to continuously, when I get serious in 2023, to be out here trading and trying to talk to you guys at the same time.
Target Bill.
Okay. If he offered to do a charity boxing match between him and me, dude, I would volunteer. I would pay to go to that, to beat his face in. He has a bad back. I mean, feel bad for him, but I know he ain't gonna get in a physical fight. He likes to send his thugs to threaten my family. He won't do it himself. You know, I guess I think I could do that. Is it possible to turn it out? Yeah, I did also donate my hair, which I think it's funny. Like, even that I got trolled for. They're like, oh, Vinny gives his hair instead of money. And I'm like, wow, that's the logic? Yeah. Yeah. People online are stupid. Yeah, it is kind of weird that you get trolled for that. I have no idea. On the undercards, is that a thing? I don't know what an undercard is. The backtest finished. Okay, here's February. So February completed. Let's move this over. 32,000 in February. Started out pretty rough. That was a $10,000 drawdown in February right there at the beginning. Did something significant happen on February 1st? It looks like it. But was able to recover 10,000 up to 33,000. What happened February 1st and 2nd of this year? Was that the Ukrainian war stuff on the 1st? 1st and 2nd? Yeah, that's actually true. I forget that the ones that are always talking, like they're always sock puppet accounts. Like I eventually figured this out, that they're all sock puppet accounts for competitors. They can't beat me in trading competitions, so they've got to try to personally and mentally attack. Let's look at the trades. I like to look at the individual trades as well. Let's go to trades. Yeah, something definitely happened on the 1st. Try July. Well, when COVID hits unexpectedly. July. I'm down with some July. I need to get some numbers on July anyways, for sure. All right, 2 contracts only. Let's go. Right now, the Enigma is not available for purchase. I'm just showing the world kind of the process. Of testing before something gets run for reals. All right, looks like, thanks CG, looks like MacV Ultimate is back online. Appreciate it, Curtis. Okay, so I missed my 2-try rule. Yeah, I'm missing all kinds of stuff here. Maybe I should just not trade and just talk, or wait.